Let's build a castle with those bricks. No, thanks. I'd rather do a puzzle.
Oh no, it's not gone well for Little Brown Bear there. That's not good at all. So to give some context, guys, this episode is called Little Brown Bear is in Love. So just bear this in mind when we watch through these clips, okay? Everything that we see today is going to be Little Brown Bear trying to impress and win over Little Grey Bear, okay? And I have to say, it's not started particularly positively because she's got her arms folded like that after he's proposed doing something with her. She's looking the opposite way and she's kind of got like a haughty look like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But we know Little Brown Bear is such a sensible, responsible child. You know, he's mature, beyond his years. Respect Little Grey Bear's wishes and move about his day in a positive manner. Let's see if I'm right.
Well, I don't really like puzzles much.
That's the Little Brown Bear way, okay? If somebody says that they don't want to play with you, you stand there, you hold frame, you look them in the eye, and you stare. And you just keep making eye contact until they change their mind. This does seem, I'll be honest, Little Brown Bear, this does seem like a tad bit psychopathic to me, just because I've literally never seen any kids character in any kids TV show I've ever seen have that... have that posture. The Little Grey Bear just looks like perturbed by the whole situation. Like she's got her hands together like, oh my God, how could I get rid of this guy? This also reminds me of a meme of this football player called, or soccer player for you American viewers, soccer player called Anthony, okay? Anthony, for those of you that don't know, is the greatest footballer of all time, okay? We call him the GOAT. And there was one match where he was a substitute, okay, because they were resting him because he's so good, he scored so many goals. They're like, hang on, guys, we need to give this guy a rest. So they put him on the bench and he was about to come on, okay, because his team, Manchester United, were losing. And he just pulled this, like, awesome face, like... And that totally given me LBB vibes, okay? Well done for channeling LBB, your inner Anthony here. Total mad respect for that, okay? I never would have thought of that. What a smart bear. What a smart bear. What a 500 IQ bear.
I'll do a puzzle with you, Little Grey Bear.
Oh my God, those eyebrows. How do you... I have quite thick eyebrows. I could never in a million years get them at that angle. That is pure fury right there. Those eyebrows are so vertical. They're like a ski slope, you know. I could go skiing off those eyebrows. I've always wanted to go skiing. It's quite expensive. You have to go somewhere like Switzerland, you know. You have to go to all these expensive places and pay and go to a resort and all this kind of stuff. I wouldn't bother with that. I'd just call up LBB. I'd say, LBB, get over here, bro. He'd come over. Then I'd say to him, LBB, do you want to do a puzzle with me? And then he'd be like, I don't like puzzles much. He'd do that face, and then you got a ski slope, okay? Personal ski slope. Why not? Why not?
But I was playing with Little Grey Bear first.
Oh my God, he's just a classic. He hates sharing, doesn't he? This is a psychopathic trait. They can't share, okay? Everything has to be about them all the time, and if it's not benefiting them, then they're not interested. Why not just all do it together, okay? Don't monopolize a person. That's weird, okay? It's even weird to be sort of showing this. And because it's Little Brown Bear, I almost can guarantee that they're not going to show this and kind of say, oh, he did this, he shouldn't have done this, okay? They'll just let this slide. Let's see, but I reckon they're just going to let this slide, okay? It's a bad role model for kids.
Hey, give me back my puzzle!
So if this was at a high school in America, they'd all be going around like, fight, 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 fight. But this is set in a kindergarten and it's a kids' TV show, so that's not going to happen. And I know when kids argue like this, basically, the way it ends is it's inevitable, okay? I wonder if this will happen. Inevitably, one of them will just start crying. And when one of them starts crying, normally, like the one that starts crying first, they sort of like, they end up, even if they're not at all, they end up being the victim. So they end up actually getting what they want. Okay, so I reckon this will end when one of them sort of like topples backwards and falls over and then starts crying. And then they end up getting the puzzle and they get to play with the Little Grey Bear. Okay, just a prediction. Okay, don't know what's going to happen. Just a prediction.
Come on now, little bears. Sit down, please, everybody.
Oh my God, that face, man, that face. Psychopathic stuff again, okay? We don't need, remember, one of my first videos I ever did on this channel was a video that said, is Perfect Peter a psychopath? And it looks through very forensically, okay, about whether Perfect Peter meets the academic definition of psychopath. With Little Brown Bear, you don't need it. Like, this face is like psychopathic. A picture says 1,000 words. This says one word, psycho.
Here. Thank Thank
called
you.
this. I said this would happen.
I'll do a special drawing for you.
Okay, so this is, I admit, I got it wrong with the with that little squabble, but I did say this would happen. So Little Brown Bear he's got away with it again. He's behaved in an unacceptable way. He's tried to monopolize a friend. He's refused to share, and then he gets what he wants anyway. He always gets what he wants. He's going to grow up and be a terrible, entitled narcissist, okay? And the thing is, it's not his fault. It's the teacher there who should have intervened, who should have taken him to one side, given him some time to cool out, and then he has to go and apologize for causing a scene, okay? And then maybe he can have the puzzle, and then maybe he can play with Little Grey Bear. But just to let it slide is just crazy to me. It reminds me of Caillou. When Caillou has his temper tantrum about the fact he can't go to the circus, and like nothing happens, okay? In the book, literally nothing happens. In the TV show, almost nothing happens, you know? And I think he ends up going downstairs for breakfast, and like they give him like a circus-based breakfast or whatever to like pacify his anger. And there's no acknowledgement that what he did is wrong, okay? He doesn't have to apologize. There's no self-reflection. There's no inner monologue. It just sits there. Same thing happens when Caillou pinches Rosie, okay? He gets a tiny little, "Oh no, Caillou, don't do that," from Beta Boris, and then he literally just goes about his day, okay? And nothing happens. And Caillou's going to, again, grow up to be hopefully full head of hair person, and hopefully a good person, but probably not. Probably going to be a narcissist. Probably going to be a bad guy, okay? Probably going to be a bad person. So don't blame the kids, okay? Because they don't have the same agency as the adults who are failing them with their permissive parenting. Blame Beta Boris. Blame Doris. Blame Silly Simon for what they do to Peter, okay? Because they basically do the same thing. Peter never gets in trouble. Blame Fuming Francesca. Blame whatever LBB's parents are called. Don't blame the kids, though, because at the end of the day, they're kids.
A loaf of bread, please.
Next clip. Okay, so we're in a new episode now, and already you can see the worm has turned, as they say, because he doesn't look happy anymore. If you pull it back like a second, he was smiling, but something has triggered our bro, LBB. I wonder what it's going to be. And I noticed, actually, as a 500 IQ media analyst, I noticed some cakes in the background. I wonder, are those cakes going to have anything to do with the rest of the plot? Okay, as they say, when an author, and these are very, very smart writers, by the way, who are writing this episode, when they put something there, they're not just going to leave it untouched. Those cakes are there for a purpose. They're there to taunt our bro, LBB. So let's see, can LBB get those cakes? I reckon that's going to be the premise of this one. Let's see if I'm right.
Mommy, can I have a cake, please?
Okay.
No, little bear, not right now.
Ooh, okay. Oh, and now he looks upset. I wonder, he was actually quite polite there, wasn't he? He said, please. Now, I reckon he's probably going to go down now for the sympathy route, you know, like, oh my God, Mummy, please give me the cake, I'm so hungry. Something similar to that, because he's not going in for that classic LBB aggression like we saw with Little Grey Bear, where it was immediately just, yeah, come on, he did the Anthony pose and all that. We haven't seen that yet, okay? Maybe this is a new Little Brown Bear. Maybe he's a new man. He's reformed. He's learned from the errors of his ways. He's reflective. He's seen the light. Can he live up to our expectations? Next clip.
But Mommy, I'm hungry. I want a cake.
No, little bear, I said no.
Oh, okay, so if he backs down now, then I think that's actually reasonable. He asked politely, she said no. He's asked again, and she said no again. I feel like now's probably the time to back off, or his mum's going to start getting super angry. But it's LBB, and he's nothing if not persistent. And shout out, by the way, to that bear in the yellow top, because those eyebrows, you're rocking them. That's like a caterpillar above your eye, and I'm down for that.
But why not? You never want to buy me anything.
Yeah, so going for the emotional blackmail route. Okay, classic. This is just what kids do. Okay, this isn't even a diss on LBB. Kids always do this. Go to a supermarket today, go in the toy section or the junk food section, if they call it that, I don't know. Go to that section, find a mum and their kid, and the kid will be doing this exact body language and they'll be saying that exact thing. You never get me anything. The problem is that they air this to hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and we see him end up getting what he wants, okay? I bet by the end of this episode, he's going to end up with that cake, okay? Because the mum gives in to him, thinks, you know what? It's much easier. It's the easier option just to give in to the little dude rather than just keep fighting. Let's just give him the cake. But we all know, as 500 IQ analysts, we know that giving the cake is not the right thing to do. Okay, if you've said no, you've got to stick to that. Or maybe you buy him the cake and you say, okay, after we've had lunch, then you have the cake. Okay, you don't just buy him the cake. Please, Mama Bear, I'm begging you, please don't buy him the cake. Be a good parent for once.
Now stop acting up, little bear. I'm not getting you that cake because we're going to have supper soon.
But I'm hungry. I want a cake right now.
Okay, so Mama Bear impressing me. She's saying supper first, cake later. That's based, okay? Based parenting. And his eyes are now, I just noticed his eyes and I'm like scared. I just literally got like a shiver down my spine because his eyes are like uncanny valley. That's just terrifying. It's like you can see there's brown, then there's black, and then there's white. It's so confusing. It's like they're kind of bizarrely human as eyes, but then at the same time not. They're like, they don't fit him as a character at all. I've never seen a character with eyes like that on any TV show ever. At least with Caillou, he's just got like black dots, you know. Henry's got the white, then just a black pupil. Little brown bears are just freaky. I'm scared right now. I'm scared to watch this. Oh, we gotta go. Next clip.
You're
She's picked him up.
horrible, you are.
That's
Oh,
enough,
classic.
little bear. Come on, we're going home.
No, I don't want to
Oh
go.
my God.
I want
Full
a
on.
cake.
I want a cake, full on temper tantrum, and he's doing it again. That's his classic pose, isn't it? When he wants to, like, you can tell, because this is a kids' TV show, they can't show him actually physically attacking someone, because that probably, even back in 2003 when this series was made, probably wouldn't have made it to air, especially because this is the type of show where he gets away with anything, right? He doesn't have a consequence. Similar to Caillou, they get away with anything. So you can't have him hitting someone, then not getting away with that. Or there's going to be, like, petitions from parents, you know? So this is, like, the next best thing, is him doing the Anthony pose, arms down by sides, then just staring them out, okay? Just stare. Just lock eyes and just keep staring. Oh my God. I think I'm done. I don't think I can take any more of this little brat. Let me know in the comments, what do you think Little Brown Bear's punishment should be for doing this pose repeatedly, okay? Let me know in the comments. How would you punish Little Brown Bear? Smash subscribe if you've enjoyed this. I might do more Little Brown Bear in the future. I might leave it there because I've done a few videos on it now. I might start looking at something else, okay? Because I'm a little bit tired of this little brat and it's just, he's wearing me out. I swear, I'm looking older every video because these little brats, they're draining me. But anyway, I need to keep going. Snipe, snap, out.